Two, one. For a topic, we decided to do nicotine and sports performance. I'm Hunter Hine.
I'm Owen Hansen.
I'm Ezra Wigton.
Logan Lazio.
I'm Elliot Vischer.
And I'm David Hanaway.
This for the survey, the topic question we're given was, what area of fitness do you want to learn about? Our possibilities were sports performance, recovery, nutrition, and a couple others. We had a survey about sports performance online, and we used a population of 27 collegiate athletes to do that.
We had about 16 responses. 50% of it was sports performance. 6.25% was training. 18.75% was recovery, and nutrition was 18.75%. And then the others, which was typically around agility and speed training, was 6.25%.
For the reason for choosing this topic was that nicotine is now becoming an increasingly common among athletes, and especially in college. All these kids are starting to smoke and vape and use pouches or anything like that, and that they believe that it can calm them or help them in competitive performances or competitions. But there's also many potential health risks, such as an addiction and a cardiovascular strain. Examining this topic promotes healthy, evidence-based methods of performance and stress management while illuminating the social and psychological elements influencing athletes' substance use.
So the preliminary research on nicotine and general health, first things first, it's highly addictive. Nicotine drives tobacco dependence by acting on nicotine receptors in the brain and boosting dopamine and other neurotransmitters. So as far as cardiovascular harm, nicotine promotes cardiovascular dysfunction, vessel remodeling, inflammation, thrombosis, endothelial damage, and then high blood pressure and heart rate. From there, it goes into cancer promotion. It helps tumors grow, spread, and become more resistant to chemo and radiation. Effects can persist in adulthood and may affect future generations. From there, it goes into the immune system effects. So nicotine can suppress immune responses, altering innate and adaptive immunity. And then from there, we go into the mixed effects on brain and cognition. So nicotine can temporarily improve attention, memory in some conditions, for example, Alzheimer's, Parkinson's, and sleep deprivation. But this comes with addiction, tolerance, and withdrawal. So it's not a safe or recommended treatment by any means.
So an empirical study we found on professional baseball players in Taiwan. These players had no previous nicotine use, smoking, pouches, anything like that. This test was conducted both on physiological and performance markers. The physiological performance markers were heart rate, cortisol levels, and testosterone levels. And the performance markers were bat swing speed, a cognitive test, muscular strength, and actually how they performed in a batting practice. So this study found that nicotine increased heart rate and cortisol levels, but had no effect on testosterone levels. And for the performance markers, those who chewed the nicotine gum actually had an increase in the cognitive test, increased bat swing speed, and higher overall performance during batting practice. This study then concluded that nicotine, when used in small amounts like the nicotine gum, enhanced cognitive ability, which ultimately translated to sports performance.
Next, we have the generalization of these results, as well as future research questions. Nicotine can positively impact cognitive performance, leading to an increase in sports performance, as well as nicotine use right before performance does not affect muscular strength. Now for some questions. Do these results remain the same with habitual nicotine use? Does the increased cognition found in the study enhance other areas of performance, such as test taking? Since nicotine has vasoconstrictive properties, how does use affect sports with higher cardiovascular demand, such as running or soccer? And then finally, are the adverse side effects of nicotine worth the cognitive boost to assist performance?